lots of talk about the kind of home heavy schedule with 14 left at the Saddle Dome. What are the biggest keys to sort of taking advantage of that run on home ice?
Well, it's not a run. It's we play 3 at home, then we go on the road again. So we'll look towards our opponent the next 3 and 4 days deal here and try and get through that.
In terms of just any game at home and starting with those 3 at Winnipeg, what does this team need to do to have success?
Same thing we've been doing. I think it's there's that white noise that's, as I told the players, the white noise that think that we're down in the dumps or that the sky is falling or something. And we just came off a trip where we went into the best team in the division for sure and beat them the first night and lost the second night 2-0. Then we lose 2-1 and 2-1 plus an empty net or 3-1. So you know what? We're going to stay the course and keep playing hard and trying to play together and get 2 or 3 guys to pick their game up a little bit, and that'll allow us to win some games at home here.
Okay, we'll go to Eric Francis next.
Yeah, I'm assuming one of those players you're talking about is Matthew Tkachuk. What are you not seeing from him that you need to see more of?
I got to play him more. I'm not playing him enough. That's on me.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. His minutes are down significantly. Is that circumstantial because of power plays, penalty killing, or you just don't feel like you manage them properly?
Well, they're not. I'd say, yeah, I certainly could. I've been really set on the 4 lines, Eric, just to try and get to know guys better and that sort of thing. But in that, then once a player on that line gets overlooked, I just think I can use them better and play them more in situations that aren't line related, meaning with other lines, things like that.
How would you characterize his play since you've been here?
You know what? I know it. I'm not getting into that part of it, but I know what kind of player he is. I know it when I've coached against him or watched him or scouted him or all 3. I know what kind of player he is, and I know what his identity is, and I know what the other team thinks of him as type of player. So that's just what he has to play to, and he will.
And finally, you talk about, you seem like the game is fine and there's just some growing pains here, but is it hard to convince a group that just lost 3 in a row that they have to stay the course?
Well, listen, you guys, really clearly this team has lost their work and their pace, and we got that back in a short period of time. Like, regardless of what anybody thinks, that was clearly missing watching this team. So the work and the pace has come back. Now it's to apply it and as coaches to make sure that we're giving them more detail in terms of how they can take it to another level again. That's what's most important now, and it's really difficult to do because, as I told them when I first came here, it's like a snake with 2 heads. You're trying to rebuild an identity that they did have, and then they kind of lost, and at the same time win hockey games. It's really hard to do because it's an overlap, and it's like a double. It's almost like a double preparation for them, and so you're just trying to simplify it a little bit more now and streamline it, and hopefully it takes effect on all of them. It's we need 100% buy-in now, not an 80 or a 90%. So I'm confident we can get there, and it's the way it works.
Are the 2 or 3 players that you need more out of, are they all forwards?
No, I think our pairs can be better. I think our goaltending can be better. So it's not on forwards only.
Okay, thanks, Darryl.
We'll go to Solom next.
Hi, Darryl. I know that you were asked a few days ago about splitting up Johnny and Sean, and with just 2 goals in your last 3 games and the line shuffling that went on yesterday, have you given that idea any more thought recently?
Yeah, I have, but I'm going to need your input to see where you think we should play them and who they'd line up best with. So if you can send it to me via Calgary Flames or whatever, because you know, it's difficult to do.
Okay, we'll go to Mark Steven next.
Hey, Mark.
Yep, there we go. I just got to hit the right button. How you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Darryl, we've been talking about the forwards and their productivity, but I'll flip it the other way. Last night you had 16 shots from the back end. Was that just a one game circumstance? Or are you encouraging the back end to do a little more? Because you did have 2 defensemen with 5 shots, which is I'd say a fairly high total.
I think it's something we've really stressed is getting more opportunities from up top and trying to get more to the net. And I think we have a pretty good, if you look at the defensemen, they're all guys that can move across the blue, and they're all guys that can shoot the puck, change angles. So we're just trying to use them a little bit more and get them involved more in it. And you know, their shot volume is, for the most part, has been pretty good.
Okay, good. Thank you.
We'll go to Ryan Leslie next.
Hey, Darryl, you just said a moment ago you're confident that you can get there. With all the noise you also mentioned for your players to kind of tune out, what gives you that confidence that your group can play the way you need them to right now when they need it most?
Well, because for the most part they are. I mean, it's not easy to make those adjustments, and you know, I get it when people talk about, you know, they're not scoring or they don't score well. A lot of it comes from your puck management and your puck play, and we can be better at it. So, and I feel strongly that we can be better at it, and they've made adjustments already that have worked for us. So, you know, does that translate into scoring? Well, at the end of the day, the scoring doesn't come down to the coach is showing you how to score as an individual. That comes down to sometimes just taking your ice or finding that hole or beating somebody, you know, with a play in front of the net. That's what it comes down to. So that's the next part, and that's you know, that's where you want that player to get to that point. So that's what we try to do.
We'll go to Ryan Pike next.
Hey, Darryl, any updates on your injured players, Joaquin Nordstrom and Brett Ritchie?
They're both skating today, and we'll see where they're at. I'm not quite sure, but neither one skated with the team. Obviously, Nordy didn't go on the trip, and then Brett hasn't skated for 3 days, so they're on the ice today, and we'll know more in the morning.
Okay, final question to Pat Steinberg.
Darryl, as a coach, you talk about the white noise. Is there anything you as a coach can do to kind of insulate your group and make sure that does not seep into your room?
You know what, Pat, it's especially this year with the bubble and COVID and the distancing and all that, it really shouldn't or doesn't. You just want to make sure that especially young guys aren't taking anything to heart that they hear outside of the room.